Hello, hello. I hopped on like 30 seconds early, I think, just to make sure. I am going to give it a few minutes for everybody to join me here on YouTube for week 2 of the Celestial Blossom Sewalong. Yay! I do believe I'm in the right spot. Let me double check. Always good to check, right? Where am I? Okay. Let's see. Can I see myself? My channel. Let's see. Yes, so I am live. Very good. So let me mute this part. If you are here, let me know in the comments. Say hello. Where are you joining us from? And how are you doing? Are you surviving this? It's it's very humid. So if I step outside, it's like you get really sticky really fast. And then when you go in, there's the AC and you get really cold really fast. Perfect weather to get a cold. Yay. But we make it work, right? Oh, here we go. I'm seeing Lori. Yay, you're in the right spot. Woo woo. And Julie's here. Hello. Let me show you there. There we go. Lori. Yeah, I always question, am I in the right spot? Let me double check. Doesn't hurt. Julie's here. Sarah's here from North Texas. Hi, Gail. Woohoo! Is it warm in Canada too today? It's cooling off a little bit. Hi, Lucy. Are you back home yet? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Helen. I am alive. Let's see. Oh, we have Robin here. Evelyn. Hello. And then we have Kathy. Oh, hi, Katrin. You're still up. Yay. Let's see. Who do we have today? Oh, Denise is here. Leanne. Oh, we have one more person from Canada. Woo! Yay. Hi, Starlin. Oh, rainy days. We were supposed to have rain, but we never got any. So I think that's why it's extra humid. Yeah. I had to straighten my hair because it was going crazy with the humidity. I have wavy hair and it's no fun when it's humid. Yeah. Oh, it's cool in Canada. Oh, so jealous. And Sheridan is from Pennsylvania. Hello. Julie, Sophia, aloha. Oh, there's a lot of flight delays lately. It seems like everyone's having layovers, overnights. You know, well, I'm glad you're home. Yay! I'm glad you're home safe. That's most important. We have Dorothy here. Deborah, hi in LA. It's hot in LA too, no? Today? Yeah. Rhonda. Oh, it's wet in East Hawaii. Oh, yes. Oh, hopefully rain and mist-storm tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I think the weather's kind of weird now, isn't it, this year? I think it's a little off. Is it? What's going on? What is going on? And it's a beautiful day in Erie, Pennsylvania, where Karen is. I love it. So, how's everybody been doing with their center A pieces? Everyone's got it together. I know Starlin did the small, medium, and large, so she's been working on all 3 sizes. If you haven't joined us inside the Facebook group yet, the EPP Society, you should come and hop on in there. And I'll put the link here just in case you haven't joined us. And then you can see what everyone's sharing. Okay, I can't see. Group. Oh, nope. Group. The English paper. I think I got it right. If it's wrong, it's the English Paper Piecing Society on Facebook. So, as you can see, my name is Elise Beck, and we're on week 2 of the Celestial Blossom Sewalong. So, let's jump in. Alright, so last week, let me move my keyboard, and let's do the, here we go. There we go. This is what we want to see. With my keyboard, I think I need a bigger desk. And the whole room is going to be one long desk. So last week we worked on the center A pieces, and I told you guys that you could go ahead and baste the ones that go on the tips as well, like the coloring page here shows. So the center A pieces and the little tips or my leaves, they're the same shape. So you could go ahead and have these 6 centers done for today so that we can start adding the bead petals, right? But if you're just joining us, you're fine. You'll be able to catch up with us in no time. So I have my A pieces and I started attaching some of my bead templates already, but and then I sew the sides together as well just so you see what it'll look like. If you went through the expanding Dresden sew along with me, this one's like so easy compared to that one. So you have a lot of experience already. And then we're going to, we're going to start cutting and basting the bead templates here. So I just had these prepped so I can show you what it'll look like. I have the rest of my pieces, which I'll be sewing today with you. I'll sew these along. But for now, I'm going to leave these to the side and I'll show you how to cut and baste the bead templates. So there's, not that many ways that you could do it, but since I've been able to play and experiment with it a little bit, and to get the crisp, sharpest points where it's obtuse, the wide angle here, right? It's hard to get that sharp point if you do baste one way or the other. So let me show you what I mean. I think that's easier. So let's say I'm going to trace my template here. This one just has the protective paper on it that you could peel off on your acrylic templates. And let me just place that there, trace it. So if you have a large piece of fabric, you can trace it this way, whichever way you want, because I'm not fussy cutting right now. If you fussy cut, then you might have to place your templates at an angle, whether you use acrylic templates or mylar templates that you make yourself. But if you're using a jelly roll, which is 2.5 inches, let's pretend this is 2.5 inches. Let me draw 2.5 inches here. As you can tell, I love these see-through rulers. They make life easy. So let's pretend that this is my jelly roll right here, right? There we go. So that's a 2.5 inch strip. This is my jelly roll. Ta-da! Okay. So if you have your bead template, this will not work with the 3/8 of a seam allowance. Okay, if you work with that, the 1/4 inch will barely fit. Very snug, snug, snug. So then you could put it at an angle like this. Let me put that over there. It's very snug. And then you can trace. And then move it over. And trace again. So that way you can get a lot of shapes out of a jelly roll bead templates. If you for some reason don't want to do it at an angle because you're concerned about bias and whatnot, you could always trace it this way too. And this way, the 3/8 of an inch seam allowance will fit if you do it just horizontally like this. And then you could trace around it. Okay, that'll fit with the 3/8 seam allowance. Okay, but I just have mine traced here. And now I can go ahead and cut it out. Flip that over. Actually, let me cut too so I can show you the difference in the basting. What I mean. That'll make more sense. I'll just cut this one too. No, 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 no. Let me cut this one out and I'll hop back in the comments, see if I missed something. It would be nice if there was an automated feature where it would just read it out loud for me. There we go. Trim that sucker off. Okay, so now I have two papers. The way you should not baste. Let me show you what not to do first. Oh, let me see. I was supposed to go back to comments. Let's see here. Kim is here. Hello. Let's see. Oh, Lucy, thank you. I'll show you guys what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. Oh, Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. And Vera's here. Hello. Hi, Zaza. You're not late. We just started. And Kathy Bailey's here. Susie, yes. I just got here and still trying to get my first 8 pieces together. I think I cut the tips of my fabric off wrong. Oops. Oh, what do you mean? Did you trim your fabric like this or what happened? So you have your paper pieces. Same with the A. And did you trim the fabric here before you did the basting or did you trim it after you did the basting? After you do the basting, do not touch. If you want to trim the tips, corners before you baste, okay, because you know you have ample seam allowance here. Mine is a 1/4 inch. So let me know, Sus, what actually happened, and we can all help you out. And Kathy, hiya, how are you? Oh, much more comfortable. Oh, good. Yay, yay, party time. Let's see. Okay. I think I got all caught up. Yeah. Oh, Susie, you said before. So you you trimmed it like this, or did you trim it too short? You want to make sure even when you trim your tips, even on the diamonds, right? So it's the same concept. Let's see, this is my diamond. Even if that one's on the tip, you don't want it to trim it too close before basting like that. You do not want that. You want to make sure that if you do use a 1/4 inch seam allowance, it's a 1/4 inch all the way around, even here. Like I'll show you like this. So there's a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the tip. And if you happen to do 1/8 inch, then or 3/8 inch of an inch, then it should be 3/8 on the tip there as well. Oh, you didn't cut it short enough. Oh, was it too long? Yeah, if you leave these tips as they are, the pointed, let's say this is the fabric, then you're gonna end up with a lot of bulk. So it is nice to trim sharp points like this. So you just have the 1/4 inch seam allowance. But so if you basted it already, I would open it up and just trim it down to, let's say you do a 1/4 inch seam allowance, trim it down to a 1/4 inch. And then you'll have less bulk to fiddle with. I hope that makes sense. And then hop into the Facebook group so you can post photos and we can help you. I know it's harder to explain in words than, just showing photos and video, right? So what you do not want to do, where do my templates go here? So we don't want to do this. Let me show you. Oh yeah, measuring is always good, Susie. Yeah, it helps. So what you don't want to do, what we do not want to do to get the sharpest points as possible here, because the angle is so wide, is what I'm gonna do it the wrong way. Is start doing the pointy sides first. I'm gonna do the pointy side. And I like to do opposites just to make sure my seam allowance is distributed evenly. And this way I can hold one side while the other is drying, right? And my points will always face it, twirl in the same way. And hold that. And notice how I go all the way into the fabric with my glue stick. That's so that it'll hold down the excess seam allowance right there too. Okay. And now I have the two short sides left, right? So you're gonna see a difference. I'm gonna do this one. And then I'm gonna do this. So this is what you do not want to do, because I play with this and then I like the results from this, the second way, much better. And if you're worried about your piece moving around, then you can put a little bit of glue on the back and center it on your fabric as well. Just don't put too much. Well, that was really good centering. To make it look center, I shall trim it off. Okay, there we go. So what you do want to do is actually start with the straight sides here. Yeah, after fiddling around and experimenting some, this actually ended up getting me much better results. So we got that straight side. And what you want to pay attention to when you glue these straight sides over is that you don't go beyond this point here. So don't do this, don't do that, where it's all bent in. See how this one is straight and this one is bent in? No, we do not want the bent in seam allowance here. So we want to keep it, open it up, and keep it nice and straight. Like that. Okay. And now I can come and do my pointy sides. And when you're doing these sides, you'll feel the end of this piece here, the corner. Let me draw that in so you can see it. See, that's where the paper goes, right here. And that's where you want to make sure you fold it over. And let's do this one. So when you do these sides, you don't want to go kind of sloppy like this, because then you get all these funky corners that are not going to match up very well. So you want to make sure you see this. You feel it with your fingers, just that it's hard to show on camera. When you touch it, you'll feel the paper there, and then you fold the fabric right over where the paper is and get a nice tight baste right there. Same with this one. Just feel with your finger. And if it helps to draw with the little pen, erasable friction pen or whatnot in the corner there, just so you get used to it, yeah, try it. And then if I flip them over, do you notice the difference? See how this one, even though I tried to be as exact as possible, it just looks sloppy, right? Compared to this, which is nice and crisp. And this one, I might even have to go flip it over and go back and try to get these little bits tighter. But if you look close, I'm gonna move it up. See how this one has the sharp angles compared to this, it's more rounded. Does it make sense? Can everybody see the difference? I'm gonna wait since there's a delay. Do you all see the difference in here? Let me know. Thumbs up if you see the difference. For thread basting, oh yeah, Gail, it's gonna be a little different for thread basting because you go around in a circle because you don't go back and forth, right? But yeah, I would start with the straight side when you thread baste, because you could still go in a circle here. So you would come here and secure it. I don't know, do you go through the papers, Gail, or do you just baste the corners? Okay, everybody can see the difference. Woohoo! Yeah, it made a big difference. It's silly, you wouldn't think it would make such a huge difference, but it does. And this way you'll have to wiggle less when you're putting your pieces together. And yeah, if you thread baste, you will come up here and secure this corner and move over here and secure this corner and come down. So you probably have to, let's see, yeah, you would have to flip it. Yeah, thread basting is a little trickier for this one. But try it, Gail, and you do go through the papers. Oh yeah, then you can just skip over, hop to the next side. And Katrine says, I need to use less glue. Mine looks like, okay, mine looks like chocolate paste on a sandwich. You know what? Sometimes when I get glue happy, it's like, whoo, too much glue. So yeah, I've been there. I can totally relate. And it helps to if you kind of remember did you ever watch those movies where women put on lipstick, or did your maybe you saw your mom or someone in your family put on lipstick? There's two ways to put on lipstick, right? So you always go flat side to your lips, or you angle it a little bit, and then you end up getting that crazy looking tip that's angled, right? Same for these glue sticks. Because they're blunt, you kind of want to go at an angle and just go around. So that way you get the narrow side, a little bit of narrow strip of glue when you glue paste, instead of putting straight down. You want to angle it a little bit and rotate it as you go. That way you keep on getting that narrower flat side on the side that you can glue paste with. So I hope that makes sense. And Starlin said, so far I've had to go back, and this is why you don't jump ahead. Less problems. I love it when you jump ahead, because then you come up, then you can come and tell us what didn't work and what did work. It's always good, right? I mean, this comes from experience. You always experiment and see what you like better, but then this actually ended up looking so much crisper. I was like, I have to share this because I think this will help a lot of folks when they're trying to get these points nice and sharp as we can get them, because it's a wider angle. It's not a narrow tip like this, but it's wider here, right? But yeah, you do end up getting much better results. All right, so let's chuck these to the side. I'm gonna bring this back. Judy. Oh yeah, where is Judy? Is she in therapy? Not sure. She's been really busy lately, so I don't know. She's up to some mischief somewhere. So I am doing white and pink. Can you guys tell the difference on mine? So every other, white and pink. And if you already did the expanding Dresden, you know we just do one blade or one petal at a time, right? So I stopped here, and I'm just gonna grab one more here. And see, now because all my points are pointing one way, the little tips, they'll just tuck in under right here. Perfect. And they'll tuck in right there. And this one will tuck in right there. And on the back, they'll be twirling along like this. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna grab a white one because I stopped with the pink. I'm gonna grab a white, like so. And then put the right sides together. And then I'm just gonna fold this one out of the way so I can see the corner here. And so you guys can get a better view. Let's do, there we go. Okay. Get my head out of the way there. And then these are little bigger blades, but petals, so they're easier to handle than all those Dresden blades, right? They were much smaller. So you still want to make sure you line up the tip, and then I want to make sure I get 2 stitches in the tip there. I'm trying to hold it so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I am working on the medium size here. Smaller one's gonna be a little more fiddly, but it's not doable. I'm just gonna bend this because it's getting in my way. And it's okay to bend your papers. There's just cardstock. No, not to worry. And I make sure my tip is lined up. I got one stitch. I'm gonna take a second and secure it with a knot. And now that that's secure, I can stitch up the side here. And today I'm using a milliner's needle, size 11. You can see that. Oh, maybe it's easier on the dark background. And it's a little bent. I tend to bend my milliner's needle, and now I just knotted my thread. Hold up. Let me unknot that one. Okay, there we go. But they're very fine and sharp. So if you're using a thinner thread, these are nice to work with. Let's go up here. And I'm halfway. I'm trying to read comments and sew at the same time, and it's not working, so I'm just gonna finish this side before I read what's going on. Let's see. And today, you know how last week, I don't know if you all were here, but we had some crazy, like, spammy comments coming in. But I think that was because I had this set as a pre-scheduled live. So today I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hop on live at the time that I told everyone. And then I think we can avoid those spam bots. So when I came to the end, I just did 2 stitches and secured with the knot. And I'm gonna come up here, and because I unfolded this little tip, I'm gonna just finger press it back, open it up, and ta-da! Lucky. And if you see this little gap like I see here too, that's okay, because when we sew it together, it'll just snap together. So not to worry, they don't have to snap together when we don't have the sides sewn here yet. But I have my needle still attached to the thread, so I'm just gonna grab my next one, pink, and open up this tail a little bit so I can see the point. I'm gonna bend this out of the way and fold that little tail away, and make sure I secure this corner here with 2 stitches and a knot. I saw something about wiggle wiggle. Wiggle wiggle. See, and then let me do one more stitch because I was talking and just knotted the first one. There we go. It's secure, like so. It won't come undone. And don't have to hold it with the death grip, making sure it's in the right spot, right? And then I can just keep on stitching. And I will just keep on going down. And I'm gonna fold this little tail back away so I see where I'm going here in the corner. You don't want to sew over this tail, so fold it back put it in its place. Let it know who's boss. And then we stitch all the way to the corner. And we're almost at the tip. And I'm going to take a second stitch, secure with the knot. And now I can fold the little tail back in its spot, finger press it, open it up, and there we go. Okay. Now I'm on my last one. And this one will go quick because now you see me how to do it. And I just line this up here, make sure the corners match. And fold that one out of the way a little bit. And line up the tip. One stitch, one more, and wrap around the needle to knot and secure. And now I can stitch up the side here. I just see the comments like out of the corner of my eye. They're moving fast. What is going on? And I will stitch this side before I dive into the comments. Okay, let me move up a little bit. I think my camera moved. I have to reposition myself a little bit this week. And let's see. Yeah, once you get the basting done, where the sides and the corners are at optimal crispness, pointiness, then sewing these together with the center diamonds is so much easier and fun. Hold that back. And 2 more stitches. Secure it. And I'm still gonna leave that in there, the needle and thread. I'm not gonna trim it yet because I'm actually going to just keep going and sew these two connecting sides. Because now I got all my bee templates sewn on here. Like so. And I still have my thread on my needle. And I can just come back. They're all attached here to the center. And now I can just fold these two together. And don't be afraid to fold the diamonds in the center. Like so. Don't just fold it. So that way you get this side just matching up perfectly. And it's so much easier to work with. And again, 2 stitches and secure with knots. And I'm just gonna go up here. And secure it. I just saw bat wings. What is going on? Let's see. Okay, I'm almost at this side here. I wish I had another set of eyeballs. I can read your comments while I'm sewing. Okay, so I'm almost at the tip. I'm going to do one more stitch and secure by twisting around the needle And we got a knot. And now I can just bring the remainder of the thread through the seam allowance. Oops, I got caught here. And trim it off. So now I got my sides sewn together. I can just unfold the paper. I would much rather you just fold and manhandle these paper templates rather than giving your hand a cramp trying to sew these side seams where it goes through the center of a diamond. Don't try this if it's hurting your hand too much. Just squish it. And that way you can just relax your hand and sew it together. Much easier. Okay? Do not do this where you're holding on for dear life. Just give it a fold. Especially if you have you sew a lot with your hands, this will be much more forgiving. If you just fold the template, the paper, and it just stays in its spot like that. Alright, let me scroll up and see what all the shenanigans are going on in here. Let's see. Nancy, was it helpful to see how to baste and sew the B templates onto the center A templates? Hope it made sense. Let's see. So Starlin said, Nancy, either go back and fix it or wiggle wiggle. Yes, wiggling. When you are English paper piecing, you're gonna end up fudging a little bit and wiggle your pieces a little bit, because after all, remember, when you take the papers out, if it's a little bit off with the papers in, when you take the papers out, your fabric will relax and you won't even notice it at all. So you're good. Wiggle, yes, we wiggle a little bit if it doesn't fit perfectly. And let's see, what did I miss? Yeah, Nancy, on the B templates, yeah, if you go back, if you missed when I showed how to glue baste the B template on the replay, which will be available right after the live is over, you can go back to the beginning and catch those. It'll make a big difference depending on how you end up basting your B templates. Oh, and someone in the Facebook group wanted to know what I used to remove I used the, good Lord, now I can't even remember it. Oh, this one, pick me up. It's called a silhouette pick me up, and it has a removable stylus and a almost like a cuticle pusher on one end, but it's rounded and it's all plastic and it's very smooth on the papers when you just wiggle it under your fabric to remove your um, glue basted paper pieces from your fabric. And Lucy says, I wiggle a lot when EPPing. Me too. Dorothy asks, what size and kind of thread are you using? I switch out between Orfil 50 weight, 80 weight, and this bottom line thread. Right now, I had this one next to me. For this project, I'm just sticking with the same thread because I started with this one. It's bottom line 60 weight by Superior Threads. And then you see the color number 624. And they come in smaller cones too, so you don't have to buy a big cone like this if you just want to give it a try. Let's see. And Nancy says, at my age, I'm not sure about the wiggle wiggle. You're never too old to wiggle wiggle. Let's see. And Lucy says, well, these almost 70 hips don't wiggle, just TPP pieces. We just wiggle our whole bodies. It's good exercise, I think, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, the purple thingy helps too. It's similar to and same concept. As long as you have something that goes in between the fabric and the paper here, that you can slide under. If it's hard to remove the papers, yeah, then it works. Doesn't it have to be just a particular tool? Sasa, you crack me up. The more wiggle wiggle, whether I want to things to or not. I think that goes for all of us. Let's see if we have any questions here about what's going on. Oh yeah, Nancy, the only thing you want to be careful with when you glue paste, even if they're hole punched, if you notice that they're not completely loose, don't jank it too hard because then you're gonna have a lot of the seam allowance tearing. The hole punched templates I think work better for when you have thread basted because you just pop the papers out, but you kind of want to feel the tension when you're removing glue basted paper templates, and if you jank too hard you might just tear the paper. Yeah, so make sure you touch and get a feel for if the paper's loose enough from the fabric and then pull it, but experiment. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, you guys are so funny today. I kind of want to hold my upper arms too. They're waving in a different direction. I wave to you, they wave to someone behind me. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I have any questions at all. Uh, let's see. Bingo wings in the UK. That's interesting. Dorothy, I used the superior threads for this project, but I love using Orfil 50 weight cotton too. And I'm still dying to try silk thread. One of our members here, they told us I could order it on Lori. In fact, found it on Amazon where you can just get a single spool, small spool, to try it out, see if you like it. So that's in my shopping cart. I'm just waiting for the right color. The only one I found was quite dark, so I'm trying to wait for a lighter color so I can try that. And once I try silk thread, I try polyester, cotton, and silk. I can say I've tried it all. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Suze, you think it's harder to sew the pieces together when you glue paste? Oh, I started with thread basting and ended up switching to glue basting because I enjoy it, but it's a personal choice. But it should not be harder to sew them together because you glue baste. The reason that would cause that is if you glue baste too close to the edge and you're actually gluing the edge of the fabric down so your needle can't go through. But you want to glue baste, when you glue baste, you want to make sure that you don't do this. Don't do that. See? So you want to make sure there's a little gap. Okay? And then it's, yeah, so much more a pleasurable experience to sew these pieces together. I cannot glue my desk. uh, oh, yeah, Gail, you should try the silk too. Yes, yes. Let's see. I think it was in I put in the link in the email, the last email I sent out to you guys. Yeah. Okay, all right, we're all caught up. So, I have the one side sewn while you guys were having fun in the chat. So now I have these sides to go back to and sew together. But now that all my B templates are sewn onto the center A pieces, I can just take this with me in any room or place that I go to and just connect the sides. And those come together really, really quick. So for next week, just do the B templates and make sure they're all connected. And if you did go ahead last week and baste the tips that are now going to be like my leaves, the A templates, then you have these to go on next too. And these will just snap into the points here. And having basted the way we did, where we see these points really well will help lining up these pieces as well. See how it looks more precise there too? Oh, there's Judy! Hello! We miss you. We're talking about you, wondering if you were in physical therapy. Whoa, what's going on? We're glad you're here. We missed you. Uh, let's see. Oh, Judy, you missed all the hilarious commentary here. Oh, yes, do scroll up if you want a laugh. So for next week, glue paste your 12 B templates, sew them onto your center A, and baste all your remaining 12 A templates that will go inside here, and we will sew these together next week. And next week, we'll sew these together, and I'll also show you how to go ahead and baste your C templates, the outside edges. And there's two different ways you're going to baste those depending on whether you're making a singular block, that's a standalone block, or if you're going to combine multiples of them. So that's what we'll do next week. Oh, thank you, Nancy. This is all Brenda Riddle. So I mean, if you stick with one designer, usually they have very coordinating collections, right? So you can't really go wrong. Thanks. And I've been hoarding her collections. This is from 3 collections, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure which collection the green is from. But yeah, this one's Ambleside and this one's Ambleside too, maybe? I don't want to say that it's for sure. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, Gail's leaving for holidays on Friday. Oh, have a wonderful holiday. And we will miss you next week. Oh, where are you going? If you don't mind sharing. So excited and jealous. You get to travel. And Nancy's making the small size. Yeah, small is going to be a little more fiddly, but you can do it. I do believe you can do it. Just make sure, yeah, you pay attention to the basting order on the B templates. It'll make a huge difference. And less headache later. Oh yeah, Judy, lots of wiggle on here today. Today we're just wiggling away. Wiggle, wiggle. I love it. And does anybody have any questions at all about next week what we're doing? Oh, Gail's going to British Columbia to visit a friend. How fun. Have a wonderful trip. And we'll miss you. And Judy's making a small and adding the last row. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And let me go ahead and show you our secret page. The coding is yeah, I tried to make it as easy as possible, but I don't know. Let's see if I can explain it here so you guys have it how to get in there. Hold on. Let's switch here. Oops. I just tossed that to the side. There we go. And keep on there. Let me see here because we have a little time left today. Hey. Let's see if I'm on the right spot. Okay. Let me do an incognito window so you'll see what it looks like when you're not logged in. Did everybody here, since you're signed up for the Sewalong, did you get the email from me that was telling you about the secret page, how to log in, how not to use the login that is sent automatically by the system that I can't control, unfortunately? Okay, let me share my screen here real quick and I'll show you guys what the thing I'm talking about. Let's see. There we go. Can everybody see my screen? I hope so. Yeah. Yes. Okay, good. Oh, and Zaza, you got in. Okay, yes, I love it. So this is the secret page where I mean, because I realized my emails are just getting longer and longer because I'm trying to attach to everything so everyone that got in later so they can catch up and follow up. But I figured if I have a dedicated page where we can all log in, then you'll still be fine. And so here, if you look here, it says log into the secret page here, right? So this is a link. Do you guys see where my mouse is hovering? But don't link sign in there yet. If you haven't joined the Sewalong or if you didn't get the email from me, easiest and fastest thing to do is just signing up for it again. So you would just enter your name, last name, and the email, and just sign up. And when you sign up, you're gonna get your signing login username and password, and you might notice that it goes to your spam folder. So if you go to your spam folder and look, maybe you got the previous email from me there already because you were granted access already. So my system auto sent you a username and password, your username being the email that you used to sign up for the so along with. So check in your spam folder first, and once you do, you click on the link here, log into the secret page here. And if you're a prior student of mine or currently enrolled in one of my courses or workshops, if you as long as you use the same email to sign up for the course or workshop that you used to sign up for the so along, you can just use the same email and password to log in here. And then I'm gonna click on that. Ta-da! And then I get this. I'm gonna do my email because I signed up too just to test it. And then I sign in. Ah, it's invalid. Let's see. What is going on? I'm logging in. Okay. Well, when you log in, this is what you see. You won't take it. So then it's the same page, but you'll actually be logged in to see this one. So the fabric requirements are up there. The coloring sheet download, you can just click here to download it. And I'm putting all the weekly recaps on here, so you can actually just watch all the YouTube replays in here as well. You're getting the Starling. You're getting the error, the password error. Oh, Starling, just use your email and password that you log into the EPP club with. So you should be able to use that. And if it doesn't work, let me know and I'll send you your password again, and it should let you log in. So I'm hoping that this is working okay for everybody. And yeah, so this is a link. This is the link to log into this page. If you try to log in from the system generated email that says log into your page here, that will not work for some reason. So you have to come back to this page to be able to log into the Sewalong secret page, which is different. So I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to make it easier, but some things I couldn't work my way around, so I have to figure it out. But I figured this is a good way to test it out, right? See how it works, and then we'll see how easy or hard it is to maintain this, or I'll have to figure something else out. But for now, let's try it. So here now I can go ahead and put in all the block charts in here, and after today I'll put in the week 2 replay here, so everything will be in one page and you don't have to jump back and forth YouTube, this place, that place. And I'll put the link to the Facebook group as well, so you can just join us from this page. Hope this makes sense. Okay, good. It works. Yay! Sounds good. Yes, yeah. So do email me. I try to get back to you as soon as possible if there's a issue with the password, and I can send the auto-generated password reset for you. Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. Everything in one place. Yeah, I think this will be easier, and then my emails to you will not be like 3 miles long. Okay. Woohoo! Oh, hi, Wendy. When did you jump in here? I didn't see you earlier. Love it. Okay. So do let me know if you still can't access this, if you're seeing this on the replay. you know where to find me on my email, elisebeck at gmail.com. That one is easy for me to find, for you to find me at. And I'll try to help you out as much as possible so you can just get in here and access anything and everything where you need it. Yeah. Yay! Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sophia. All right. So let me go back. Ta-da! There we go. And so I hope this all makes sense today. We're trying new things, right? And learning as we go. And I think the best feedback, from for me too, is finding out if it's easy for you guys to log into that one place, if it is more convenient. But from what I can see, a lot of you can get in, and there's a couple maybe that I need to help you guys tweak your password, reset it, and then we'll make it work. And it's a secret page. And so if you don't sign up, you can't join, you can't see all the goodies in here. All right. Any last questions before we wrap up for today? Oh, thank you, Gail. Thank you so much. Hey, I will give it a few seconds. Oh, Zaza asked, is the wedding ring the replacement for the EPP Club block of the month? If not, how long will the EPP block of the month last? No, it's not a replacement. It's a separate quilt along, which is included for all EPP Club members, but it's optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And I'll be opening the club for new members that want to join us and do the wedding ring quilt along together with us inside the EPP Club. Yes. So yeah, it's gonna be a longer quilt along because wedding ring quilts, they do take quite a bit of time and they're a little more intensive. So that's why we're doing it inside the club. And if you're still wondering how to join the club, make sure to sign up on my newsletter waitlist. Good Lord. Let me type that in. If you go to my main page here, my main page with the links, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can subscribe to my newsletter where I'll be sending out more information and invitations to join us inside the club, EPP Club. Let's see. Welcome. There we go. There's the link, which is just my website /welcome. Welcome! Because Facebook will not let me say links. Yes, Facebook and we have a love-hate relationship. We try to make it work, but sometimes not so good. All right. Yes, the EPP Club is separate from the English Paper Piecing Academy. Yeah. Thank you, Lucy. All right, and I think that's it. So come and hop on inside the Facebook group. I'll put the links in the descriptions under this video here too if you missed it. I know the live chat ones show up for about 24 hours, and we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place. And don't forget, get all your B templates sewn together to the center A's and sew all your connecting sides. And next week we'll add the outer A templates that are like our leaves. And I'll also show you how to baste the C templates. Okay. All right. So we'll see y'all next week. Have a good day. Bye. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Yes, Judy, jump in. We're on week 4. Thank you, Vera. Have a good one.